This video is about CELPIP speaking task 2. Imagine this, the timer blinks and you have got only 30 seconds to plan and 60 seconds to speak. And your mind is like, tell a story? Which story? How do I fit it in 1 minute? Take a breath. You don't need a movie plot for this. You just need a micro moment with a clean arc. Today, I'll give you a blueprint that turns any everyday memory into high scoring answer. Are you ready? Let's get started. First of all, what does this task 2 wants from you? When we say task 2, it is about the past experience told like a mini story. Examiners listen for four things. Remember the word crew. C stands for clear, R for rich, E for easy, and W for wrapped. Clear means the listener always knows who or where or when and what happened. And R for rich. So you have to use precise verbs, concrete details like time or number or sensory things. And easy, remember your flow should be in a very smooth way with signpost and no sudden jumps. Finally, wrapped. Try to end it with a result and reflection. So, your goal is to tell one crisp storyline from the start with a huddle, actions, result, and feeling or a lesson. Okay? Now, please grab your notepad and a pen and try to make a note of it so that it would be really helpful for your exams. Now, I'm going to tell you my 30-second hack. I say it as the post-it grid. In your preparation time, jot 7 boxes, 1 or 2 words per box. The first one is for who or when or where. And the second one is for spark, that means what started it. And the third is for the hurdle, which is the main problem. And then what is the first action, second action, and the result, like what changed, plus the reflection. What is the feeling or the lesson? Remember, if it does not fit it in the 7 boxes, then it won't fit it in 60 seconds. Got it? Now, I'll also tell you 5 big strategies that you can apply. First one is pick micro moment, not life story. Try to choose one tight incident, maybe 30 to 90 minutes of real time, or even 5 minutes. Micro moments are easier to make it vivid. And then log the timeline. Use a clear sequence like before, what happened during the time, and what happened after that. And try to signal with quick markers like earlier that morning, what happened? You can just tell that. And then during this time, afterwards. Got it? And prove it with specifics. This is very important. You can add one number plus one proper noun plus one sensory detail at least. Example, 2 trays, metro line 2. These are some of the examples. Prove it with specifics, okay? And drop a dialogue pin. One short quoted line makes it feel very real. And finally, close with a takeaway. One sentence, emotion plus insight is mandatory. I felt relieved and I learned to confirm details before big days. So here you're giving your emotions and insight as a closing takeaway. Finally, the delivery timeline. So this I call it as a beat sheet for 60 seconds. For 0 to 10 seconds, you can just make it as a setup like who, when, where, plus the spark. And 10 to 35 seconds, the hurdles, what is action 1, action 2, cause and effect, all these comes. And 35 to 50 seconds, result, like what changed, any reaction for that. All these things you can include in the 35 to 50 seconds. And 50 to 60 seconds is your reflection. That means the feeling and the lesson. Now, let me move on to the prompt here. It's an example prompt. The prompt is describe a time when you had to adapt quickly. Now remember to prepare the 30-second plan, that post-it grid, okay? And then you can move on to your responses. Okay, if you ask me how do I make the 30-second plan for this prompt is, I can just put simply for the first one, me last winter, Mumbai, local station or Parktown station. And then for the second one, the spark, sudden line closure. And for the third one, the hurdle, right? Interview across town in 70 minutes. Action one, I can mention it as I have checked live updates and alternate route. Action two, booked by taxi and called HR to confirm. And the result has reached 8 minutes early, and reflection as calm planning beats panic. Now, I'm going to reveal my answer. When you're ready, you can also try to reflect your own, okay? Now, let me tell my response. Last winter at Parktown Station, I was headed to an interview across town when the announcement said the Central Line was suspended. I had about 70 minutes left, and for a second I froze. Then I opened the transit app, checked live updates, and spotted an alternate route Metro Line 2 plus a short bike taxi. I booked it on the spot and phoned HR to give a realistic arrival window so that they wouldn't worry. The rider weaved through traffic while I rehearsed my opening answer out loud. I reached 8 minutes early, caught my breath, and walked in steady. In the end, the interview fell smoother because I'd already problem solved under pressure. I left relieved and I learned that quick verification and one decisive call can flip a stressful moment into momentum. Got it? Okay, let me tell you why this response gives you a higher score. We have used that crew strategy. In the first line itself, the pointers such as who, when, where, all these things stated clearly. Got it? And then we have used numbers such as 70 minutes, and we have used proper nouns like Parktown Station. And it's very easy, right? We have given the clean timeline, and also the cause and effect was mentioned appropriately. And if you see the rap, the emotion plus insight. So not just it ended well. Got it? Now, if you see for level 9 plus, the language tools that we have used is, so we have used for the time like earlier, seconds later, meanwhile, and eventually. And for action verbs, we have used improvise, troubleshoot, reassure, and the emotion verbs such as rattled, relieved, proud, and usage of quantifiers such as a couple, three checks, 10-minute buffer. And for reflections, we have used phrases such as it reminded me that, I realized. Got it? So this is the reason I'm telling this response will get you a higher score. Easy and simple, isn't it? So I'm just going to tell you the teleprompter skeleton also. So use this when you blank out. First one is setup, like last dash, at dash, I was dash, when dash. So here it's just a hint. You just need to fill it when you're going blank during the exam time. And the second one is hurdle. I had to dash, but what happened? Dash. And the third one is action, first action. First, I dash, which dash. And for the action two, then I dash, so dash. And for the result, in the end, dash and we dash. Reflection, I felt dash and I learned dash. So this is your teleprompter skeleton. You can use it whenever you feel that you got blank out. Okay? So that's all for today's video. Kindly like, share and subscribe for more self-help tips. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.